All right, guys, here we are. It is Tuesday. It is 5 p.m. We're going to go ahead and get this started. I don't know why. Every time I set these up, I get them all set, and then it doesn't look the same. So, my name is Jennifer, and I'm so glad that you guys are here today. We are going to be getting ready for Easter. Are you guys ready for Easter? So, we're going to be using the pressure cooker, which is going right here. I went ahead and got it started, and we're gonna be using our mixer today, and we're gonna be using our easy accent decorator. Those are the things that are gonna kind of get us flowing. We're gonna display our eggs on a tray, on a stoneware tray. So while we're waiting for these eggs to finish, they have 4 more minutes. I just wanted to introduce myself. So my name's Jennifer. I'm so glad that you guys are all watching today. I've been with Pampered Chef about 25 years. I love to give ideas. I love to help people in the kitchen and help them feel confident in the kitchen, whether it's to make dinner or to entertain or whatever it is. So I'm so glad you're here today. I got started with Pampered Chef because I wanted everything. And I stick around because I love the income, I love the flexibility, and I love helping people, and I love meeting new people. So I'm so glad you guys are here today. Go ahead and comment in the comments and let me know where you're watching from. If you know somebody who never can peel their boiled eggs, this is the time to share this video with them. I'm going to show you a quick trick that will make a difference for peeling your boiled eggs. So we're actually not boiling the eggs today. We're going to go ahead and steam them. So while that's cooking, I'll go ahead and just kind of tell you a little bit about it. So we're using the Deluxe multi-cooker today. This is a pressure cooker. It's a slow cooker. It is a sous vide machine, so it'll do sous vide. So many different things, and we're using the pressure cooker feature today. So I have a little basket. We have these pressure cooker steamer baskets. They come in a set of 2. I have a large basket in here, and I'll show you when it comes out, but I have a large basket in here. I put 12 eggs in the basket. I added 1 cup of water, and then we set it to steam for 9 minutes. There's already a preset for eggs for 12 minutes, but I find I like my eggs a little bit less gray on the outside of the yolk, and that's what works for me. You'll have to kind of play with it when you get it at your house because it definitely depends on like the altitude. Like we're at 7,000 feet where I live. When I was in Florida, the timing was a little bit different. It also depends on how you like your eggs. So how cooked do you like your yolks? If there's a little bit of gray on the outside of the yolk, that actually means that it's been cooked a little longer than necessary. So I'm just gonna get my little fingertip, they're called microwave grips, but I'm going to use them to pull the basket out. So just a little bit about that. So then I add a cup of water to it. So the pressure cooker is also really great for batch cooking chicken. It's good for steaming vegetables. At one point we had our microwave break and we just cooked everything. I just steamed all the veggies in the quick cooker as opposed to steaming them in the microwave. I use it to make sous vide egg bites, except for that I don't usually sous vide because it takes a long time. I just use my little sous vide my little egg bite mold right here and make a copycat Starbucks recipe. And so it's just some eggs, like 4 eggs and a half a cup of or a quarter cup of cottage cheese. You mix that together with some salt, and then you can put your toppings in. So I've done spinach and mushroom. I've done bacon and Gruyere cheese. I'm really craving like sun-dried tomatoes. I'm kind of craving sun-dried tomatoes and I don't know, something else, maybe bacon or something like that the next time I make them. And so I try to make like 14 every other week. They last me about a week. I eat 2 at a time. And I usually make them every other week. I don't have that. I mean, I try to vary it up. Like this week I'm eating yogurt and berries for breakfast. But next week I might eat those egg bites. And it's really great if you have kids and you're trying to get them to eat healthy, then that's a really great thing to do. So, all right, so let's go ahead. I'm using the flexible cutting mat, and just the flexible cutting mat just really doesn't love high heat. So I'm gonna put a little trivet on there. So we're gonna go ahead and close out. Oh, let me back up. For the egg bites, it's 12 minutes. You just put your stuff in there, you fill those 3/4 of the way full, and it's 12 minutes. If you'd like that recipe, just go ahead and comment egg bites. I'll send you the link to that recipe. The link that I send you will have the sous vide instructions, but down at the bottom it tells you how to do it with the pressure cooker. So, okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're actually gonna push the steam button. So when we're releasing the steam, we are nowhere near the steam. And this, you'll see the steam's gonna come out, makes a little noise, and then the steam comes out. So I have this pulled forward because I don't want the steam to go on my countertops or my cabinets. They're like wrapped and I don't want them to separate. So I pull this forward. Actually, I pull most of my appliances forward when I'm gonna go ahead and use them. So this steam is gonna come out, and then we'll hit stop, and then we'll put the eggs into an ice bath. An ice bath is actually a secret to making those eggs release from the shell, release the inside egg, release from the shell, and you'll have an easy time healing. So you wanna just have them sit in the ice bath for a couple of minutes. I think the magic minute number is 3, so we can talk about something while that's happening. So there's a little red indicator on the back. When that goes down, that's how I know all the steam is out and I can safely open the lid. It actually won't let me open the lid as a safety precaution. It will not let me open the lid while that is up. So that's good news. You cannot burn yourself that way. I'm sure there's another way to burn yourself, but it's very safe. You're not going to be opening yourself. The lid's not going to be popping off or anything crazy like that. So, all right. So looks like we've got everything there. Another really cool feature of this is that the lid will actually rest right here. It'll actually rest on the side right here. I love that feature. So this is the large basket of the steamer baskets, and there's a smaller basket that's about half size, and it's great for doing shrimp or doing, I don't know, asparagus, other tender veggies, you know, things that you want to kind of protect a little bit. It's fantastic for that. So I'm using the pasta tongs here. I like my pasta tongs. I like them because they have a little grippy on here. It's a little bit, for moving the eggs around, I find that it's a little bit easier. So also the pasta tongs are a little bit longer than our regular chef's tongs. So we're gonna set those out. These are dishwasher safe. So anytime I do eggs, it's really stinky. So we are actually gonna throw this in the dishwasher. Go in the dishwasher. All right, we can put this away. So these are moving. We just want these to get a good ice bath, to actually shrink that inside and pull it away from the skin. That fascia that's in there is one of the things that makes it really, really difficult. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. All right, so this right here, this is dishwasher safe also. Just go ahead and put it right here so it can cool down. And then we'll push this back. There's an on-off button on the quick cooker as well. So I really like that feature. And then we're gonna go ahead, and once these are done, we're gonna cool these, and we're going to cut them and we're gonna do half of them. Half of them are actually gonna go back into the fridge. I'm gonna use them back in the fridge for, just for snacks. Protein is a really great snack, and eggs are a really great snack for you to have, especially if you're like feeling kind of bleh in the morning or in the late morning or in the late afternoon. A protein, an egg is a really great way to kind of perk yourself up. So I love using my egg slicer or my quick slicer to slice my eggs. You can also use a veggie wedger. The veggie wedger is actually kind of a cool way to slice the eggs and get them into 6 little pieces. Perfect for eating for breakfast. So, all right. So we've got a couple of these sitting in here. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip of my wine while I'm sitting here, so that I can slow down and then tell you guys what's next. All right. So we're gonna take 6 of these out of here. We're gonna peel them, and then we're gonna make our eggs, our deviled eggs. So look at this recipe book, you guys. Does anybody have one of these recipe books? Did you have one of these? Go ahead and comment below if you have one of these cookbooks, okay? Or if your mom had one of these cookbooks, let me know. My mom had one of these cookbooks. So when I ventured out onto my own in like 1993, I knew that I had to have one of these cookbooks. Now, I don't think they look quite the same now. I love the fact that it has pages that you can add in here. And it used to be that if you got the Better Homes and Gardens magazine, the recipes in the back had it was like half a page, and then you would punch the little holes and you could stick it in your book. So we're gonna be using the deviled eggs recipe from there. Actually, if you go on my website, the deviled eggs recipe on my website, Delicious Deviled Eggs, is very, very similar. I'll go ahead and add that link afterwards. I have a pinned link for the Facebook page that has Easter Eggs 101. So you can find out some great ideas about dyeing eggs and getting eggs ready. We're just kind of thinking about that. Can you believe it? In 2 weekends, it's Easter. I can't believe it. It's hard to believe. So I'm going to use my tried and true recipe, but the one on our website is very similar. And actually, there's some other additional things on our website. There's smoked salmon deviled eggs. There's a fancy deviled eggs. And there's this super cute little Easter chick idea that you could do. I'm not going to do it because guaranteed I would mess it up. So, all right. So these eggs feel cool to the touch. We're just going to, I'm going to move this out of the way to be sure you guys can see. We are just going to take these and I'm going to pour the eggs into there so that I have a little thing for my shells. So we're just going to take the egg, we're going to crunch and then just kind of roll, and then you'll see the peel just comes right off. Okay? And then once I get it peeled, I'll give it a little rinse in the water that we have down here. I'll set it right here to kind of dry off. Now I dumped those in there, so I have a couple of these that are cracked. So super easy. I mean, how nice is it if you have to peel a bunch of eggs to have them come apart so nicely like this? So look, you've got like this whole peel coming off at one time, and it just makes it so easy. So steaming your eggs has always been my favorite way to get the eggs ready for Easter, or making deviled eggs or prepping them for Easter. So it just occurred to me, so when my kids were growing up, of course, I always bought white eggs, and dyeing brown eggs might be kind of challenging to get those good Easter colors. I'm really glad the price of eggs has come down. I buy my eggs at Costco. I find that is the cheapest place to buy eggs. So, and we eat a lot of eggs here. My husband loves to eat eggs in the morning, and we like to use our egg cooker for eggs. It's quick eggs. And I love to make scrambled eggs, not scrambled eggs, but fried eggs. And then when the eggs are cooking, there we go. When the eggs are cooking, I'll add a little spinach and and have some cherry tomatoes and just add those in there while I'm letting that egg cook. I like my eggs over medium. And so that's super yummy to do as well. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need one more in here. And then we'll be done. So, all right, so we're gonna finish peeling these, we're gonna cut them in half, and then we're gonna put all our ingredients in the mixer, and it should mix it up pretty nicely. I know if you're doing a large bunch of eggs, this mixer is gonna be really, really ideal for mixing up all of your ingredients. So, okay, I'm gonna dry these. So they're ready to go. And then okay, so mixer. If you haven't seen our mixer yet, let me tell you a little bit about our mixer. So it comes with 3 attachments right here. We've got, this is the blending blade, okay? Just gonna get this middle out here. Actually, I'm gonna use a little spoon. To get this out, there we go. Just didn't want to come. Always the first one. I don't know that I've ever made deviled eggs live, so that's always fun. Try something new. All right, so our mixer has 3 blades. That it comes, or 3 attachments that it comes with, and it comes with the mixing blade, which is what we're going to use today. And the mixing blade is It has a little scraper on the end, so it definitely gets all of your ingredients off. So even though we're doing just a small batch of deviled eggs, this will be able to hopefully scrape all those, all the goodness off the bottom. Little egg piece on there, and then and mix that all together really great. But if you're doing like a large batch and you got like 18 eggs or 20 eggs or 24 eggs or however many you're doing, then it'll be really nice to have this blender so you're not mixing by hand. So as I get older, I dislike mixing by hand. So we're getting ready to go on a big camping trip here, and I'm thinking about all the things we're going to be doing on our camping trip. We won't be having lives in May, part of May and part of June, because I'll be on my camping trip. And so some of the conveniences, like my sous vide egg bites, you know, my Starbucks egg bites, and my what other things do I do that I've mentioned? You know, some of the other batch cooking things I've done. It's going to be different. It's going to be different to do that. Okay, so I got my eggs in here. There's just a few of them. Okay, sticking those down in the bottom, and then we're going to add our other ingredients. So I have a 1/4 cup of Miracle Whip because that's what I like in mine. Okay, you can put whatever. You can put mayonnaise, veganese, Greek yogurt. I mean, whatever, however you mix up cream cheese, however you mix it up, put that in there. Okay, teaspoon of yellow mustard. And I'm using my measure all cups for that. All right, yeah, measure all cup. Okay, this is the tiny one, the little baby. Okay, and I'm actually gonna put those to the side right here. Okay, and then we need a teaspoon of vinegar. I'm just using white vinegar. You can use apple cider vinegar if you want to. Okay, and then I'm gonna add some dill seasoning. Okay, and this is from a Taste Buds packet, and I'm going to add, I want to add half a teaspoon. So let's see if I can find my, that's a 1/4, and that's a 1/4, so we'll just do 2/4. So this is from one of our Taste Buds seasoning packets, and I'm just going to add 2 of those 1/4 teaspoons in there. Okay, usually add salt in there, but I'm not going to do that this time. We're going to go ahead and close this, and then we're just going to do custom. So this is a digital mixer, so we have to turn it on, and then we're going to turn this to custom, and we'll just push go, and we're just going to let it mix. We're just going to let it mix until it's mixed together. So one of the great things about our mixer is that it starts slow and then it gets bigger. And I've just realized I think I'm going to do something else with these. Because I'm going to stick these in my kitchen, in my fridge. I think I'm going to actually use my cool and serve tray. Take this out. Going to stick them in here. It's a little bit smaller. I could put the cool and serve insert in here. I don't really need it though. If you want, while this is mixing, I'll go get that. It's really close. Like I'm listening to you guys and saying, well, if you want. So we'll just do this. This is the cool and serve mixture. So if I was going to go to a party or something, these will sit on here. And actually, because it's got the chilled bottom, which was in the freezer, I went and grabbed it out of the freezer. That's actually going to help them to not slide around so much. And this will be perfect for storing in my fridge. Now, our large cool and serve container actually has, the white things actually have wells for the thing to mix up. Okay, I'm going to actually turn this up a little bit. I see it's not getting mixed in there. I really want to mash that egg yolk up. smells so good though. All right, so the other product that we're going to use is the Easy Accent Decorator. And the Easy Accent Decorator we're going to stop this, lift it up, it's all mixed together. So the Easy Accent Decorator comes in a little box and stores in a little box. It's dishwasher safe. It's been updated from times past, I guess you could say. Okay, so look at that. It's all mixed together. And we're just going to put that right in here. All right, so we just take off the lid, pull this down. And I have my scoop out here, which is like the best way to fill this. Let me go ahead and push all this down to the bottom. So I love to use my scoop to fill this because it's just the right size and everything kind of flows down when I fill it with this, especially these big amounts. Okay, and I'll get the rest with this. But if you have like a big chunk of icing or a lot of deviled eggs, you're trying to fill this whole thing up. One of the things I love about our mixer is that it gets all the way down to the bottom. There's no like unmixed ingredients in there. Okay, so now we're gonna put the open accent top on there. Yum. Oh, so good, you guys, so good. Close this up. So one of the cool things about the decorator is that it comes in a little box and it stores, and it has six different tips. Those all store in that box. We're just gonna push this up till it's just right, and then we hold it like this, and we're just gonna squeeze right into our little deviled eggs. Now, for this recipe, I would not put paprika on the top of these eggs because these eggs have dill in them. So you could put fresh, maybe a fresh sprig of dill in there, or perfect. Fill these up perfectly. Or you could sprinkle some of that dill seasoning on there. But look at that. You guys, look at how great these look. Perfect for your Easter brunch, your Easter lunch. Perfect to take to an event. So easy. And I did all of that in about 20 minutes. Now, I did take a little bit of time for the pressure cooker to come to pressure. So you want to account for about 10 to 15 minutes for it to come to pressure before it actually does the cooking. So it takes about 30 minutes all in all. No monitoring, no wondering if the eggs are going to crack or anything like that though. So, okay, so just so you know, we do have a special going on in March where you can get any one of our appliances, anything in the product catalog for 60% off when you host. And I will tell you, it's Wednesday before the end of the month. So if you are interested in getting the mixer 60% off, making it only $159, or getting the pressure cooker 60% off, which makes it around $120. If you're interested in that, then go message me today, comment on this post today, and I will go ahead and set you up for a party or set you up for a link. We just need to close by the 7th of April. Now, if you're saying, oh my gosh, Jen, that's just way too fast, next month you'll be able to get this mixer 50% off. This mixer is still only available for hosts, so the best way and the only way to get this mixer is to host a party. And so it's a great mixer. I love it, using it for everything. So I hope you guys had a really great time watching this. If you want to order anything like the Easy Accent Decorator, the mini scraper, the cool and serve, or the scoops, or anything else you saw here today, just go ahead and click the link and it'll take you to my website and you can go ahead and order there. There's a link that will take you to the Deluxe Stand Mixer page, but that actually gets you right straight to my website. You can place your order right straight from there. If you have any questions about anything, comment below. If you liked this video, learned something new, make sure you share it. Make sure you follow me on Facebook, subscribe on Instagram, and I will see you guys soon. Have a great day.